Look, if you look at a guy like Jeff Bezos, for instance, that Amazon guy is worth more money than anybody ever, right? That guy works all day.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a maniac.
Oh, yeah.
He's acquiring all these different companies, and everything he's doing is designed to succeed.
This is Jeff Bezos, the hustler behind the trillion-dollar e-commerce giant Amazon, and the owner of the Washington Post and Blue Origin. Before he could party on private islands and share smooches on a super yacht, he'd spend his days hustling to build his wealth empire that contributes to his $114 billion net worth. In this video, we're taking you inside Bezos' life and sharing his 8 powerful lessons for both business and life. As the founder of Amazon, he has managed to juggle multiple tasks while still achieving incredible success. However, what sets him apart is his ability to focus on one task at a time, a practice which is our lesson number 8, monotasking. Even as a child, Bezos was a committed monotasker because he would refuse to move on to the next project until he finished the current one. This trait carried over into his adult life, especially in his meetings where he implemented the 2-pizza rule to ensure that meetings are focused and productive. This rule dictates that a meeting will only be called or attended if 2 pizzas would feed the entire group, ensuring that only the most essential staff are present. Bezos' dedication to monotasking has paid off tremendously. His former high school classmates knew that they were competing for second place, once Bezos set his sights on being the valedictorian. And according to research, millennials' constant multitasking is costing the global economy $450 billion annually in lost productivity. By adapting Bezos' habits, you too can minimize distractions and zero in on the tasks that matter most. Now, in this age of business, everybody wants to be the boss, but nobody's ready to put in the work. People will go out and buy office spaces, expensive subscriptions, and expensive licenses before they make any money. So take a page out of Bezos' life and ponder over lesson number 7, smart spending. Bezos is known for his frugality, and that has helped make Amazon the successful company it is today. Even when the company started in 1994, Bezos was already demonstrating his frugality by making a desk out of a door. Years later, that door desk became a popular fixture in Amazon's offices, and the company still celebrates its frugality by handing out the Door Desk Award to employees who find ways to save the company money. Bezos takes it a step further by cutting back on small expenses, such as taking light bulbs out of cafeteria vending machines, saving the company tens of thousands of dollars in electricity costs. On top of that, we all know the infamous Honda that Bezos drove to work even back when he was worth billions. You know what they say, suffer in Hondas today, and you'll be driving Bugattis in the future. I'm just kidding. Don't Google that. Now let's take a page out of his personal life and dive into lesson number 6, family time and personal well-being. That's right. For someone who has endorsed working 12-hour days 7 days a week, his family sure enjoys his company more than they enjoy his company's money. Bezos' dedication to family is equally impressive as he always found time for his wife and their 4 adopted children. He prioritized family time during breakfast and even took them on submarine excursions. It's easy to get caught up in the idea that successful people must sacrifice their personal life for their careers. But Bezos serves as a reminder that it's possible to have both. On top of that, Bezos never schedules early morning meetings just so he can spend quality time with his family. That's commendable. Moving on to personal well-being. In an interview with the Wall Street Journal, Bezos shared his insights on the importance of getting enough sleep. Unlike many other CEOs who only get around 4 hours of sleep a night, Bezos makes sure to get a full 8 hours of sleep. According to him, sleep is the best counter to stress and overworking, and it's essential for staying productive and healthy. Bezos recognizes that sleep is critical to his well-being and that it's an integral part of his overall success. Now we all know the term work-life balance. There's time for work, there's time for life, and there should be a balance in between, right? Well, our billionaire friend here doesn't believe in work-life balance. Instead, he advocates lesson number 5. Work-life harmony, not work-life balance.
I don't even like the phrase work-life balance. I think it's misleading. I like the phrase work-life harmony because I know that if I am energized at work, happy at work, feeling like I'm adding value, part of a team, whatever energizes you, that makes me better at home. It makes me a better husband, a better father, and likewise, if I'm happy at home, it makes me a better employee, a better boss, all the things. It's not primarily about, there may be crunch periods where it's about the number of hours in the week.
It actually makes a lot of sense to have work-life harmony. Otherwise, you're just looking at the clock constantly and doing your work miserably, right? Now we come to lesson number 4, which is more business-oriented. It is using fear as a driver for work ethic. He believes that complacency is the ultimate downfall in both business and life. Thus, he recommends using fear as a driving force to maintain a work ethic and encourage innovative thinking, even when things are going well. In a 1999 shareholder letter, Bezos emphasized the importance of fear by constantly reminding his employees to wake up every morning terrified. He understood that Amazon's success was built on the loyalty of their customers, who could easily be lured away by a competitor offering better service at any given moment. This meant that Amazon needed to remain vigilant and committed to constant improvement, experimentation, and innovation in every initiative, to stay ahead of the competition. For Bezos, fear was not a negative emotion but rather a necessary tool to inspire his employees to strive for excellence. He recognized that when people become too comfortable in their roles, they tend to lose their sense of urgency and drive. Therefore, Bezos believed that instilling a healthy fear of failure, despite losing market share, would motivate his team to continuously push the boundaries and come up with new and creative ideas to stay ahead of the curve. Then we come to lesson number 3, being customer-centric. Jeff Bezos has long held a radical belief that putting customers first is the key to long-term success, even if it means sacrificing short-term profits and shareholder satisfaction. During an interview with 60 Minutes, Bezos explained his philosophy: in the long run, if you take care of customers, that is taking care of shareholders. He refused to bow to pressure from investors to become profitable right away. Instead, he invested in customer-centric improvements that have helped Amazon become one of the most valuable companies in the world. One notable example of this was in 2014 when Amazon shares took a hit after an earnings report showed that the company was not yet profitable. Rather than heed the critics, Bezos doubled down on his commitment to customer service, investing even more money in building additional fulfillment centers to allow for faster delivery. Since then, Amazon's stock has skyrocketed by roughly 285%. Bezos is personally invested in Amazon's customer-centric culture and makes it a point to communicate this priority to his teams. He even personally emails them about customer service issues and has them present directly to him how they plan to solve them. This was detailed in Brad Stone's book, The Everything Store. Next up is lesson number 2, the constant search for innovation. Despite being the CEO of the billion-dollar cash cow company, he was determined to find newer innovations and invest in them. In fact, Amazon is one of the few e-commerce websites that invested millions of dollars into a secretive skunkworks organization known as Lab 126, which focused on developing moonshot projects that revolutionized the customer experience and broke into new markets. Some of their most notable achievements include the Kindle and the Echo. Another area where Amazon demonstrates its intense focus on innovation is through Amazon Web Services, which provides the backbone for over 100,000 companies and government agencies, including Netflix and the CIA. Looking to the future, Amazon is set to introduce yet another innovation that promises to improve the customer experience while lowering costs. It was drone delivery. Autonomous octocopters were expected to launch around 2019, allowing customers to receive deliveries for items up to 5 pounds in just 30 minutes. By investing heavily in cutting-edge technology and constantly pushing the boundaries of what is possible, Bezos has cemented Amazon as the market-leading e-commerce store. And the last lesson from Bezos' successful entrepreneurial life is something you can implement right away, especially if you're at the crossroads of quitting a secure job to launch a business, the same way Bezos did. He describes this as the regret minimization framework. It's very simple. Bezos wanted to minimize the number of regrets he would have by the age of 80. That's when he made the bold move to start Amazon. Plus, he was convinced he would not regret the decision when he turned 80, even if it didn't work out. But we all know how well it turned out. While many people have mixed opinions about him, we were taught to learn from what he does, not from him as a person. And if the end result is a trillion-dollar company like Amazon, then it's a privilege to learn and implement these lessons with which you too can be the next Jeff Bezos. If you're facing any life or business challenges today, be sure to tell us in the comment section below, and we'll try to answer you the way Jeff Bezos would. Thanks again for watching, and if you liked learning from Bezos's work ethic, be sure to suggest us some names for our future work ethic videos. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.